Hello, everyone. Здравствуйте всем. Добрый вечер. Good evening. И мы очень рады приветствовать вас всех на сегодняшнем вебинаре с Паулиной Франко. We are very happy to introduce you our speaker today, Paulina Franco. И мы начинаем целую серию вебинаров, которая пройдет до конца августа. And we are starting a whole series of webinars, which we will do until the end of August. И мы это делаем в поддержку проекта «Замок на горе». And we are doing it to support the Castle Rock Fund, the project of Geshe Michael Roach. Это проект Geshe Michael Roach, вообще-то в поддержку целых 11 его основных проектов. And the Castle Rock Fund is going to support all 11 projects of Geshe Michael Roach. And the first speaker is Paulina. И первый спикер — это Паулина. И Паулина является руководителем Gold-клуба, можно сказать, такого же клуба, как наш русскоязычный клуб в Мексике. Paulina is a manager and director of the Club de Oro. It's a sister organization of the Gold Club or Diamand Club, all the other clubs who support the LL project. And Paulina is representing Club de Oro from Mexico. Paulina представляет этот мексиканский Club de Oro, он называется. And also Paulina is a part of a Weise team, Yoga Studies Institute. И she is a yoga teacher, certified yoga teacher. Паулина также является частью команды Института изучения йоги Weise, является преподавателем Weise, сертифицированным. And I think today Paulina prepared something very interesting for us about the higher goal of yoga. И сегодня Паулина приготовила для нас очень интересный вебинар про высшую защиту йоги. I am really very curious to hear Paulina. Мне очень-очень интересно услышать от Паулины про высшую цель йоги. And at the end, we will ask you, of course, to help us to support the Castle Rock Fund. В конце этого вебинара, конечно, мы попросим вас поддержать снова проект «Замок на горе». And I will tell you a little bit more about the Castle Rock Fund at the end, in case you don't know what is this. И я вам расскажу немножко коротко про этот замок на горе в конце, если вдруг вы не знаете. А сейчас, пожалуйста, встречайте плюсиками, восклицательными знаками, сердечками, алмазиками, цветочками. Встречайте дорогую Паулину. And please welcome Paulina with your hearts, diamonds, flowers, I don't know, pluses. Please, Paulina.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Marcia. Thank you for such a beautiful introduction. And hi, everyone. I am very happy to be here with you today. I am from Guadalajara, Mexico. And as Marcia mentioned it, I am in charge of the Gold Club in Latin America. So it's very nice because we follow the steps of Marcia, and we wanted to create our own Gold Club to help the organization of the Asian Classics Library to preserve text of wisdom. So all of you here in this call, you have been our example and inspiration. So thank you so much. That's why I am so excited to be here. Okay, so thank you also for the invitation. And let's start with our talk. So the topic is real protection, the higher goal of yoga. And you know, in the old days, in ancient India, yoga meant to make our whole life successful. How yoga works this way is explained in the cryptic lines of Asian yoga books. For example, the Yoga Sutra, writing almost 2,000 years ago by the Indian sage Master Patanjali. And by taking some time to learn the deep and practical methods found in the Asian classics of the Yoga Sutra, we can learn to turn our yoga practice into something that radically change not only our body, but every part of our life. For example, relationships, finances, inner peace, and peace in the world around us. So let me talk about a very famous idea in Buddhism also, and also in Hinduism yoga tradition. So in Tibetan it's called Kyandro, and this means go for refuge or to go for shelter. This is basically to seek protection. We call it in Sanskrit Saranam Gacchami. Saranam Gacchami. And this is I go for protection. But what does it mean, right? So especially during the exercise, during the asanas or the yoga poses, how are you or me taking protection? What does protection really mean? So in this case, we want to talk about protection in two ways. We say protection means two things. So if you think about it, for example, something maybe is putting you into danger. Like there's danger, something around, something that can hurt you. So protection implies that there's danger around you. And then secondly, you believe that someone can help you, right? So you go to someone because you believe they can do something for you and protect you. We are back. I'm sorry, something happened with the internet. Can everybody hear me? Okay, so let's continue. So, for example, when I need protection myself, I run with my mom. And you run to them because you believe they can stop the pain or the problem you are facing in that moment. So that's one kind of protection. And there are 4 levels of protection to think about it. And we are going to learn those 4 types in this class. 4 levels of danger in our lives. So the first one, and let me go to the next slide because you want to know what does it mean protection, right? So I have scared of something can hurt me, so I find somebody that can protect me. So the first kind of protection we say it is like a normal stuff, like I don't have enough money, so that's a danger, or my relationship is not working very well, that's a danger, or I have some kind of sickness, some kind of disease in my body, so that's danger. So those are like the first level of dangers, normal dangers, okay? We all know them. So let's go to the second level of danger. And this is death itself and what it will happen after we die. So where you will go after you die. So you need serious protection, not just protection against not getting, for example, dessert after dinner. Like this is really, really more serious and more deep. Okay, so then let's go to the third level of protection. And as you can see in this picture, we call it the condition of life itself, meaning aging and death. You see? So really number 2 is where you will go after you die. And number 3 is death itself and the process of aging. And we all are going through this danger, right? So it's like you spend 3 hours here doing this new yoga series. You are, and those 3 hours are actually making you 3 hours older because you are 3 hours closer to your death. Nobody gets younger in a yoga class, actually. So we are all going through this, but there's the last kind of danger, and let me show you the next slide. And the last kind of problem is that everybody has that problem. You see what I mean? You need to seek extraordinary protection, which means number 4 differs from the first 3 in that because you break out for worrying about yourself and you are actually getting worried about everyone around you. And you feel, I must protect everyone. But from what? From aging, from death, from all the problems in their life. Because we are all going through the same. Everyone around me, my friends, my family, my co-workers, you just take 5 minutes to think about it. And you will see we are all going through the same. So you want to protect everyone when you realize. So protection must go beyond my immediate financial problems or relationship problems or health problems. It must go beyond what will happen to you after you die. And it must go beyond the fact of death and aging. And in the end, we must seek protection for everyone around us. All the people we love, all the people we don't know. That's the real goal of yoga, right? So we must be concerned about everyone. And it's not real protection unless you do it for everyone. This is what the Yoga Sutra explains, unless you try to protect everyone. So what can really protect you, right? Because we are talking about yoga and we are talking about protection, but what really protects you? So let me go to the next slide. Maybe many of you already heard about the pen, the idea of karma and emptiness. And we will bring together yoga and this wisdom. So basically, if you understand the echo effect, the fact that everything you do to others comes back to you, you will understand that everything in your life, all the people, everything is just coming from you, from your own actions. And of course, here I present Geshe Michael, who is our teacher, who is the master of the pen. And this is the perfect idea because every problem I had this week is because I planned something in the past, right? I did it to somebody else. Every problem in my life is just coming back as a result of my own actions. So then your whole life changes, right? Then you have protection. You have real protection when you understand this. So life must go better. Why? Because then you stop planting those bad seeds or negative actions that are creating our problems and suffering. So let me show you the next slide. I really like it. I found this picture and it explains how every action we do is planting a seed or a mental imprint in our mind. And then what happened with these small little seeds? Then it creates our world. It's very interesting, very deep, because this means we can transform everything. And then again, your whole life changes. And this is real protection. So this goes all the way up to not dying. In the Yoga Sutras, that's also, it has or contains the instructions to use this wisdom up to not aging and dying. So if you had much care for other people as you have about your own life, you won't die. That's what the yoga says. So death will not come back to you. It's just very, very, very deep. And of course, we will try to get to the point where you understand. So if you get older, for example, our teacher says, it's because you are not taking care of people well. Like you are using up more karma, more seeds than you are making. So you are not being nice enough to others. So you must do kind things for others. There's nothing that is not coming back to you. And this is the idea of emptiness. That's real protection. So they say that this idea is the ultimate protection, and it will save you from every disease or problem in your life. So what this has to be with yoga, because the purpose of yoga, one big purpose of yoga, is to open the channels, the subtle channels in our body. Because when the prana, which prana is the subtle energy inside your body, when this prana comes from the side channels, Ida and Pingala, into the central channel, I will show you a picture later. You will see these two side channels, Ida and Pingala. But when we do yoga, the asana poses, the prana or energy comes from the side channels into the central channel. If you get to the point in your asana practice where all the energy is coming inside the central channel, you will see emptiness directly. And if you don't see emptiness directly, at least you will understand more the idea of karma and emptiness. Okay? So that's the original purpose of yoga. Get the prana into the Sushumna channel. Let me show you the picture over here. You can see the central channel, and these two channels, Ida and Pingala, the red side channel is the Pingala, and Ida is the left channel. And they are part of the subtle body. But we want to bring all our prana inside the central channel. The one is in the middle. Here is color white. Or you can also imagine color golden light. So if you see emptiness directly, or if you understand more the idea that everything is coming from your own actions, then you become real protection for everybody. Because you will move, you will act, you will speak in order, in order to help other people. And then you will be an example for everyone around you. And then you can really protect everybody. So that's a big reason to do yoga, right? We are working from outside when we do yoga with our physical body to get this thing to happen inside, to understand more the idea of the pen, that is everything coming from us. And why is it important to understand emptiness and karma? Because your view of the world protects you. How the view of the world, our worldview, is in the end the only thing that decides whether we suffer or if we find real happiness. So it's extremely important to realize, for example, that an entire civilization can be caught up for many years in a very disastrous or very bad, mistaken view of the world. For thousands of years, sensible people believe, for example, that the world was flat So this kept human beings also in a mistaken worldview, right? So our culture today has its own massive mistaken ideas of the world. And this caused all the hunger, poverty, sickness, and war in the world. So if our people view of the world is causing pain to others and ourselves, then we must look for a better one that works. If it doesn't work, we cannot simply continue to follow whatever we learn as children, whether it came from parents or schools, churches, or governments. True yoga is the search for a worldview that actually works to bring people happiness. And Hatha Yoga is about bringing the winds into the central channel. And this will make you understand the idea of karma and emptiness better. The echo effect. Whatever I give to others, it will come back to me. So yoga is helping you to bring this worldview more deep in your mind and in your heart. Because it's very easy to forget. So when you do your asana poses, you go out of the studio, you go off the mat, and you feel in a better state of mind, and you are more ready and prepared to fight mental afflictions with bad people around you. You are ready to act with love, wisdom, and compassion, creating the causes for your happiness. So, and when we do that, when we do our yoga practice, we are actually eliminating negative emotions. And we will reach one point where we eliminate these negative emotions forever. So we experience physical and mental bliss. We understand seeds, and our heart is filled with love and compassion. So what better reason to do yoga? Even if you hate yoga or myself hate yoga. Sometimes can be very difficult to do our practice. But you can start with 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just stretching yourself. There's a lot of offer in YouTube videos. You can see short classes of yoga. But it's very important that for now on, you understand why you are doing yoga. Because as I mentioned before, the original purpose of yoga asana is to reach in from the outside to affect the inner channels. We call these channels nadis. We have 72,000 nadis inside our body. 72,000 nadis. And they are inside this physical body. We cannot see them, but we know they are there. And in these nadis is through which the prana and our thoughts travel. And they travel together. We say, Lung Sem Yukpa Chikpa. Lung Sem Yukpa Chikpa. Your subtle energy and your thoughts are riding in tender. So this is very important because your thoughts are affecting your subtle body, the subtle energy inside you. So let's talk a little bit about these wheels you see in this picture. These little wheels, they are very known as chakras. And the word chakra in Sanskrit means wheel. And the Tibetan also use this word for wheel, which is korlo in Tibetan, for the chakras. And the Sanskrit word comes from the root rig, which means to do or make. And we see this root in the very common Sanskrit word karma or action. And in English words such as create or cereal, it's like a food that has been roast or made. And the cha, part of the word chakra, is what we call a reduplication, like a repetition, okay? So the implication being that a wheel is something that keeps doing something over and over again, right? Like a wheel. So there is a central energy channel that closely follows the path of the spine through the body. And inside this channel runs the energy, the prana. And this is the central channel, as we call it, Shushumna Nadi. So if we could look down a person's spine from the top of their head and see the central channel, we will also see the smaller channels branching off like a wheel. And this is what we call chakras. And these chakras are creating choke points that are not letting the prana flow correctly inside the central channel. And that's a problem, because if the prana is not inside the central channel, your worldview is done, you forget about where things are coming from. You forget about being nice with other people. You forget the real causes of happiness, because these chakras are choking, are not letting the prana go inside. So 2,500 years ago, the ancient yogis in India, they found out that if you do certain physical poses, the same poses we do in yoga, you will liberate these chakras from being choking the central channel. So the prana goes back there. So one of the goals of the yoga asanas is to open these choke points. All right, because this is energy trapped within the chakras. Even if they look very pretty, like flowers, and they do have beautiful colors, but they are blocking you from happiness. So if you are a very smart person, that I know you are, you want to do yoga regularly so you can open these chakras and you actually stop your wrong world view. What is a wrong worldview? To think that if I want something, I need to compete, I need to fight, I need to hurt others to get what I want. For example, like a very nice maple donut. If you really want a maple donut and is the last one in the donut shop, and you hear an old lady next to you in the line that she wants the maple donut and is the last one, instead of buying the donut for yourself, you will share the donut for this old lady, because you understand that in order to have more donuts, you need to give it and share it with other people. And this worldview, it will run your life. It will be inside your mind and heart 24 hours. Even in dreams, you can get so good at it that even when you are dreaming and you see maybe like a bad scenario where maybe you are fighting against somebody, maybe this idea, it will be so inside you that you will remember at that point that I should stop fighting. So this will run your life. And as a result, happiness, peace, and protection from all the 4 types of dangers. If you go really, really deep in yoga, the main goal is to see emptiness directly and stop aging and death. not only our day problems, which are also very important that are very important to resolve, right? So I invite you to start your yoga practice with this goal in your mind, to get better in your understanding of the echo effect, because this is the real goal of yoga, the real protection, okay? One yoga pose, like warrior 2, let's say you are in warrior 2, that pose will not protect you from your finances. What it protects you is because when you do warrior 2, you will bring the prana inside the central channel, and that it will help you to be more generous, creating the seeds to improve your finances. So this is all for me. I really want to thank the invitation from the Gold Club, and it's very important for all of us. We are united from all over the world to invite you to donate to the most important project that is happening right now, which is the Castle Rock, because it will help the 11 main organizations of Geshe Michael, and that it will help many people and make available the most important teachings to create a better world. So if you want to plant a powerful seed today, remember that the seed can be very small. But if you donate, for example, in the next 3 days, you will receive a gift. A gift I prepare for all of you. And that gift is that we will send you a very special yoga series. That's the Lady Niguma Yoga. And this series goes in a special order, a special sequence, going up through all the chakras of the body, opening the chakras, liberating the energy that is blocked there. And this has a powerful effect on the body because it moves in a very logical way. And this causes the prana to flow more smoothly. And if you do this yoga over a period of weeks, for example, it will prepare you for a higher state, for understanding these ideas in a very, very deeper way. Okay, so this is all for me. Please help, please donate. This Lady Niguma yoga chart is amazing. I really invite you to do it. It's the first yoga series ever invented by a woman, Niguma. So please don't miss this opportunity to plant a powerful seed and to start practicing Lady Niguma yoga. Thank you very much.
Wow, Paulina, thank you so much for such a powerful class and such an important class. So we start our webinars with the most important topic, I think. And really, this is not only the highest goal of yoga, I believe. I think this is the highest goal of any spiritual development. Anyone who wants to be happy, you need to work on yourself, you need to plant good seeds, and you need to understand emptiness and seeds. And it's very, very good, as Paulina said, to do yoga, to bring the prana to the central channel, so you can really much better understand emptiness and have more capacities to plant good seeds, and you will be just happy. Thank you so much, Paulina, for your time. We love you very much. Please come more often to us. And by the way, who is doing yoga? Do you know Lady Niguma? Who is doing Lady Niguma yoga? Please write in the comments if you ever did a Lady Niguma yoga. That's my personal favorite yoga. I do it every time when I'm doing yoga at home. I'm doing Lady Niguma yoga. And as Paulina mentioned, we really would like to ask you to help Geshe Michael and to
Maria,
help. Yes.
I'm very sorry to interrupt you. We don't have Russian channel.
Oh, okay. Then I'll repeat in Russian also. Let me just finish.
Maybe just a few words.
Yeah, I will say. Я сейчас скажу по-русски, тоже не переживайте. So I'll finish for our German-speaking and Romanian-speaking friends that we ask you very much, please help Geshe Michael and all his main 11 projects and donate to a Castle Rock Fund. You will get the link how you can do it in the chat or from your organizers. And if you want to know more information, I'm sure they will tell you about this project. But please, please, please make a donation. Any amount counts. We in the Russian-speaking Gold Club have a goal to collect $30,000 till the end of August. And hopefully you will also participate and plant actually really powerful seeds. И я по-русски, конечно, расскажу. Thank you very much for, by the way, German and Romanian translation. And I will repeat the same in Russian language. Если меня никто не слышит, а слышно?